Hey, my lovely friend, it's Kelley Green Johnson here. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're not. So happy to see you either way, and I'm excited to chat today. If we haven't met, I am the founder of the Rise by Design Academy and your favorite life coach. My mission in life is to help you as an entrepreneur live an aligned and empowered human experience. So we talk about self-growth here, personal development, human design, manifestation, living your best life, things like that. And I'm about to have some lunch, but I had something on my heart that I wanted to share with you. So I said, let me make this a video and we'll just chat. I'm gonna throw away some food first. So yeah, follow me. Ignore the fact that I have dishes in the sink. We're gonna get to that. So today's topic that I want to chat about is authenticity. Okay, I got lunch, Amazon Fresh. Caesar salad with chicken, something quick in between my client calls and me creating the new academy that's coming up and class, because I'm actually in like an online school for embodiment, because I'm all about like movement. My background's in meditation, things like that. And I only bring this up to say how those things help make me as well as who I am. And that's why I want to talk about authenticity, because so often online do I see people copying one another. It's like you go on Instagram, or I'll speak for myself. I go on Instagram, I scroll through my feed, and all the posts look the same. Like if you didn't look at the at name, you think it's the same person just posting the same type of content with the same type of music and the same type of lighting and the same type of movements and intros and outros. And I'm like, everything looks so darn similar. How does anyone know who is who? How do you pick your favorites, you know? And then I see the people who come online and they're bold and they're silly and they don't care how they look or how they sound or what they do. They just are who they are. And those are the people who I see succeed. They excel. They're the ones who get featured in magazines. They're the one who gets featured on talk shows and are on podcasts. They're the ones who seem genuinely happy because they're being their authentic self. I know personally for me, I didn't always show up as my authentic self, if I'm being honest. And the reason was because I was scared. You know, it's nerve-wracking being your authentic self. I'm a person who, in school, junior high school, I was bullied. I was bullied by the boys in my class, and they called me names and made fun of me and would compare me to the other girls in class and would say that I wasn't pretty and that they would never like want me to be their girl. And meanwhile, they would say, like, point out other girls and say how pretty they were and how they would want to be with them. And, you know, it really messed with my self-esteem, you know, especially as a middle school girl coming of age and just learning how to grow, you know, from those different stages from childhood to young teenage years. You know, it really messed with my self-esteem and my confidence dropped, and I became very attention hungry, almost to prove to those boys that they were wrong, that I can be wanted and that I can be seen as attractive. And I didn't do it in the best way, but that was just the results of it. Until I later on in life learned to love myself, and I learned to become more confident, and I learned to be my authentic self and to show up just as I am, and to know that people are either going to like it or not, but regardless, I'm still going to be me. And I see too often people not being themselves. They're so busy being other people, and I don't know if the idea is that it's easier or that it's safer. But really, when you do that, when you are not authentic to who you are, the risk is you not attracting the right people. The risk is you never achieving the success that is destined for you. And I don't want that for you. You're following me or you're watching this right now because you don't want that for yourself. And so it then becomes my job to guide you to becoming your authentic self and being proud of who you are and loving who you are despite your past. Whether or not you were bullied like me, whether you grew up and experienced other traumatic things, who you were then does not have to be who you are now. I want to be able to like sit and eat. You can't see me eating. Do you want to see my food? I don't know. How does this... I don't know if I like you up here. I'm trying to lower you down. Oh, that's way too low. Please hold. Lunch. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some things that helps me step into my authenticity, step into my authentic self, despite my past and my low self-esteem and my lack of confidence, which really I didn't fully understand for myself or embrace until like, I want to say my 30s, which is crazy. I have been working on it. Like I was on my self-love journey and everything, self-growth journey, and like in my 20s, but you know, it didn't really hit the same until I hit 30. It was just like a real revelation. It was like a real big understanding, like, oh, this is really adulting. Like the 20s, that's for like mistakes and all these lessons learned, which of course we still make mistakes, we still learn these lessons. They just seem to be more foolish. Looking back at my 20s, I feel like that was just so foolish of me. And I'm just so much wiser now because I decided I no longer wanted to keep learning those same lessons. After I noticed the repetition of those lessons, and I'm like, nah, I'm not doing the same thing over and over and over and again. I'm done. I learned a lesson. We're going to act different because we know different. So that being said, the first thing I had to do was learn myself. And the way I did it on this journey started with journaling and affirmations. But I would do that so differently now, actually. The first thing I would do now is start with human design. And I would start there because human design, which is an incredible self-awareness tool, if you aren't familiar with it already, it really helped me understand who I am, what my life purpose is, what I'm meant to do while I'm here, how to best use my energy, how to take aligned action, how to use my skills, what my skills are in life, and how I can apply it not just to life, but to business. And when I came across it, like, it was mind-blowing. It's like seriously mind-blowing and life-changing because I had so many answers. Things about myself that I might have known or felt but didn't really know how to articulate was there in my human design body graph chart, like all that information. And the same will be said for you too. If you're interested in getting your own body graph, you can get it for free. Visit mybodygraph.com and get yours because that is a perfect place to start. That is the foundation. You want to build your self-awareness? Use a self-awareness tool. And this is like, you might be thinking, oh, is it like Myers-Briggs or the Enneagram? It's not. It goes so much deeper than that. Those are just like the personality tests. This goes so deep into the essence and of who you are. It's like your energetic blueprint, how you interact with other people, how you interact with yourself, your environment. May I tell you, like get on it. I would start there. And then I would go to the journaling. That's so that I can give myself a good understanding of who I am. Like to make sure what I'm learning makes sense and feels aligned for me. Because another thing about human design too is that it's an experiment. It's not exactly like a do this and nothing else. You experiment, you see what works, what doesn't work, and you maneuver from there. So I would journal so that I'm making sure I'm getting to know myself, my authentic self. And also from that, I would take as much action as possible. I would experiment as much as I can with my human design and with life and in business, applying it to both, because that's where you'll be able to practice and see what works and what doesn't work. Everything that is like hypothesized now becomes an act of experimentation, and you can see what's serving you and what's not serving you. Then you could go back to journaling and keep track of that. So you again stop being tested in the same way. You get to learn new lessons in life. That's my big thing. If someone says they keep feeling like they have the same test in life, I'm like, that's because you haven't learned your lesson yet. So learn the lesson and move on, knowing the knowledge that you have. You know, I say I know better, I do better, right? Like do that. Know better and do better. Don't just know better and don't do better. So that's really important. So that's what I would do now, looking back to become my authentic self. And then also support. therapy, a coach. Find somebody who can help you see yourself better than you see yourself. Because that's how it happens sometimes. We always can see for others a better way of doing something for themselves to help improve their life, especially if you're a projector like me. It's like we are known as the guides of the world, but we're better at seeing other people. We are better at guiding other people for sure. That's our strength. That's what I master. And that's how I got into coaching. And so I want you to be out here as your best self. Black cherry sparkling water. Divine. Divine. I love a good sparkling water. Afternoon sparkling water and a Caesar salad with some chicken. Happy dance. But yes, get some support, someone that can hold you accountable, and practice being authentic. Stop going on social media so much and copying what you see other people do. Do your own thing. Do you, boo. Be silly. Be humorous. Do skits if you want to do them. Dance if you want to do that. Create art. Like, do what you feel called to do. In human design, we have our own inner authority. Mine is an emotional authority, so I use my emotions to help gauge what decisions I want to make that can help me lead to success. By using my emotions, I can determine what's right for me and what's wrong for me. And you have that same secret blueprint. You too have an inner authority to help you make decisions that feel right. So for me, if something doesn't feel right, you gotta listen to that. Maybe you're somebody with a splenic authority. So it's like your intuition's like, nah, this isn't right. I shouldn't do this. I feel like this isn't right for me. Listen to it. Listen to your gut. Listen to your inner authority. It's telling you the answer. Too often do we ignore our authority. We second guess ourselves. We don't trust ourselves. We believe one thing and then allow someone else to convince us of something else. Like, stay true to who you are. This is how you become authentic, because the beauty of being authentic is that you can then attract the life of your dreams. I have the man of my dreams because I became my authentic self. I stopped worrying about what other people thought about me. I just knew I was going to show up when I was dating as my best self, and people can take it or leave it, and that's fine. Before, when I cared so much and wanted to be so wanted and so liked and been so attractive, like, I was not attracting the right men in my life. So it's things like this where you can help transform all areas as long as you're your authentic self. When I became my authentic self as a coach, when I stopped following the cookie cutter ways that other coaches were showing up online, I began to attract my tribe. I began to attract my community, the people who stand by me, the people who want to learn from me, the people who want to show up in my corner when I have a course or a program or something launching. And the same can be said for you. Opportunities came flooding in my inbox. Like, the same can be said for you. But you have to be you first to attract what is for you. Be you to attract what is for you. Okay? If you take nothing else from this, if you take nothing else from this video, please take that away. Write it down, put it on a post-it, smack it on your mirror, tweet it out, put it in your story, tag me wherever you're putting it, and know that, like, that's how you get what you want, okay? So I'm gonna leave this here because I know we've been chit-chatting, and I just wanted to get this off my chest. Thank you so much for listening and being here right now. I am so excited you're here. If you are interested in becoming the aligned and empowered version of yourself, I want you to comment down below and affirm that. Type out, I affirm that I commit to being my aligned, authentic, and empowered self. Write that in the comments so I know you made it to the end of this video and that you commit to this for yourself. And know that even if you don't write this down, I know you felt this video, so I am so proud of you. I know you're gonna take the action you need to become your authentic self so you can attract your dream life. And I'm so proud of you for doing that. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos that drop weekly. I'm so excited you're here. Like, I'm just rooting for you, and I'm happy to guide you into help. And I'm just excited for all the success you're gonna have. So I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day or night or afternoon. Later, lovely.